In today's episode of The Tenant, I've left Mumbai to come to Thane, and in Thane, I'm in Bhiwandi, the warehousing capital of India, but also a city that gets a lot of negative media coverage. Our tenant today is a young man born and brought up in Bhiwandi and right now renting. Is Bhiwandi as bad as many people make it out to be? Or is it perception over reality? Let's meet him. Hi Sunny,
Hi Vishal.
how are you? Okay, this is it.
Yeah.
तो ये आपका आशियाना
हाँ, yes, काफ़ी.
कितना बड़ा ये घर है?
ये almost 12 to 1500 square feet होगा ये.
12 to 1500?
Yeah, carpet.
Carpet. And this is what? 4 BHK?
No, it's a 3 BHK.
Okay. और कितने लोग यहाँ पे रहते हैं?
यहाँ पे we are family of 5. Yes.
Okay. अभी भिवंडी, ठीक है? ये शो पहली बार भिवंडी में शूट हम लोग कर रहे हैं. भिवंडी है क्या?
भिवंडी अब आपने काफ़ी सुना होगा इसके बारे में. I don't know. You have sent a Twitter as well, right? तो भिवंडी में कैसा है? It's a good big warehousing hub as well, right? And transport hub यहाँ पे भी है, काफ़ी बड़ा है. I would say I've been living here since I born right here. I used to have a house here, right? And but due to some circumstances, my house was very old, quite old, because my ancestor used to live here, right, in that house. And so after that, I still plan to move in here. I had an option to move in somewhere else, but I still thought of like moving here as a tenant.
अभी देखिए मैंने कल ट्वीट किया कि मैं भिवंडी आ रहा हूँ, ठीक है. इतने मुझे वार्निंग्स आए कि भिवंडी क्यों, ठीक है. क्या भिवंडी इतना खराब है जितना लोग उसको दिखाते हैं, या उसका परसेप्शन भी हो गया?
देखो, लोगों को तो आदत है हाइप करने की, राइट, बट इतना भी बुरा नहीं है. एंड आई वुडंट से कि इतना अच्छा भी नहीं है, राइट, बिकॉज यू हैव केम ऑन द संडे मॉर्निंग, राइट, सो यू वुड हैव नॉट सीन दैट मच ट्रैफिक.
लोग का ऐसा परसेप्शन क्यों है भिवंडी के बारे में आपकी राय में?
देयर हैड बीन सर्कमस्टांसेस, कुछ हुआ, राइट, पहले का यहाँ पे इश्यूज, बट वो चीज़ न्यूज़ हाईलाइट काफ़ी होता था. एंड मीडिया हैज़ ऑल्सो हैबिट ऑफ हाइपिंग एवरीथिंग, राइट. सो इसकी वजह से ओह यू आर फ्रॉम भिवंडी, भाई आई शुड बी बी केयरफुल अराउंड यू, राइट. इवन द स्कूल कॉलेजेस, माई फ्रेंड्स यूज टू हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम. भाई भिवंडी का बंदा है, इससे गुंडे बुला के मरवाएगा ये.
राइट. टू टेल मी, आप भिवंडी में रहते हैं, तो आई अज्यूम यू वर्क फ्रॉम होम?
No.
Or you work in Mumbai?
Yeah, it's hybrid actually. So I do have a leverage here, right? So I can, I travel to Goregaon, right? Yeah, from Bhiwandi.
So how long does it take?
It takes around like 2.5 hours one way.
So 5 hours
Of
daily?
return journey, yeah.
Wow. So why not just rent in closer to your office? Rather than suffer 5 hours of travel every day.
Okay, so because see, we are a family of 5. My parents are quite comfortable living here, right? And I'm a bachelor, right? So it does not make any sense for me to move out with the entire family for because I need a bigger house, right? And if I go there in the Goregaon or Malad, in the Makabo area, it would take me like 1.5 lakhs per month rent. I'm here paying of 14K only, like 6 and 7 times I will have to pay there, right? So savings is good. I do have a leverage. Why not use it, right? And I have a patience of a saint, right? I can.
ये फिर घर में. Where does Sunny spend most of his time? This living room area.
So okay, this is my gaming station, by the way, and also the workstation for my sister. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you are a bachelor.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense for you to move from Bhiwandi, given your family will also have to move with you. Rent will be very high. 5 hours per day to travel.
Right.
How difficult is it? How do you travel? What's your mode like?
So of course, I've been there in Bangalore as well. I've been in the Hyderabad as well, and I used to pay decent rent because during the COVID times I had the opportunity that time. During that time, I used to pay like 20-30K only for the 3 BHK house there, right? And but that was also shared across people. But in Bhiwandi, when I wanted to actually, after the COVID, I desperately wanted to come back to Mumbai again, right? But I had opportunity in the Western Mumbai only, right? So it was difficult for me, of course, to work. So, I mean, it was difficult for me to travel at earlier because I used to take a public transport, and it is quite difficult from here, right? From the Bhiwandi, I have to take let me tell you my entire schedule. I used to take a auto till bus stand, bus till Thane station, train, and Thane train to metro station Ghatkopar, and Ghatkopar to Western Express Highway. That time that route was not built, right? Before 3 years ago, that from Gundavli to I think the Isar, metro, that line was not there. So and I from the Western Express Highway I have to take the auto towards Goregaon.
So how much time it used to take you?
It used to take me 3 hours.
One way?
Yeah, one way.
This was when? Before COVID?
Not before COVID, I would say like 3 years ago, I would say.
After COVID? Okay.
Yeah. So after that, I realized that I'm wasting a lot of time and energy in the traveling, right? So I take a cab now, and I do spend a good amount in the cabs on the monthly basis, right?
How much do you spend on a monthly basis?
So you can say approx 10 to 12K on the cabs only, right? That's it.
So almost close to your rent.
Yeah, I do have a car, by the way. I do have a bike as well. I do have many modes of transport I can go to office, but it again, I would be back to that lifestyle where I have to engage myself in the non-productive hours, right?
This is like end-to-end transport rather than the earlier thing. While it was long also, you had to move from one place to the other.
Right.
Auto, train, metro. Here it is end-to-end.
Yeah.
This will be your kitchen area.
This will be kitchen. Yeah. So it's my kitchen.
Tell me, how easy is it for your parents to stay on rent? Is it tough for them? Because you said you've been born and brought up in Bhiwandi,
Right.
you have your own house.
Yeah.
उनके माइंड में कभी ऐसा था कि अरे हम रेंट के घर में क्यों रह रहे हैं?
ऐसा उनके कभी दिमाग में आया नहीं था. I mean, because even though we are living on rent, I know we can anytime we can move from my old place, which is actually under renovation only, right? So after that it's built up again, so we can actually move out.
आप जब ये घर ढूंढ रहे थे, what is the typical process for somebody to rent a home in Bhiwandi? Is it very different from Mumbai?
Yeah, it's we have a brokers here as well, right? But we usually go via mouth to mouth publicity, and people who we would know, right? Mm-hmm. So via connections, we know some friends. So via friends, it's very quite easier, right? Because you want to live in the.
This is your washroom.
This is a washroom, yeah. It's a general washroom. Yeah. So this is my bedroom. Okay. So here I spend most of my time here, okay. On the weekdays, of course, and sing a bed here. Then it's a guitar. Yeah, I love music as well, right? Playing music and listening to it.
Guitar और gaming zone दोनों आपको
Yes, मेरे को दोनों पसंद है.
ये आपका work from home वाला है?
Yeah, work from home वाला setup है.
तो क्या चीज़ unusual है भिवंडी में जो मुंबई में common नहीं है? कभी आप मुंबई में you have stayed in Mumbai?
Yeah, I used to live in Goregaon as well, by the way, before this one. When I approached you, so we can have a look at my Goregaon house. So I used to live in shared accommodation of 1 BHK, that too in old Mada building, right? Because of course, again, I have to manage the hybrid only, right? So I don't have to travel a lot there, right? I don't wanted to spend much because I'm not, creating a family there, right? I just wanted to live as a bachelor only. So that's why I moved there, right, for a trial of let's say 6 months, but I lived there and I felt like it does not make any sense to live here and spend a lot of money on this, right? So it's a pure financial decision only. I decided to. So this is where we come to this is my sister's bedroom. Okay. 2 of my sisters, they stay here.
So what was the rent you were paying in Goregaon and what were you getting in Goregaon versus Bhiwandi?
So even for the 1 BHK shared accommodation, I used to pay like 17.5K something on rent.
Your share?
Yeah, my share only, because I used to live in a bedroom. So it was 30K rent, and the person who used to live in the hall used to pay like 12.5K.
So 30K for a 1 BHK there?
Yeah.
Versus 14,000 for a 3 BHK?
3 BHK here, yes.
Okay. And that area is?
That is a balcony, but we are using it as a shared storeroom, something like.
Tell me, when I was coming over here, जब मैं आ रहा था यहाँ से मैं काफ़ी वो chimneys और factories देखा था. Is air quality pollution a big issue here?
I would say yes, it is here, right? Because before that, during the rainy season, you won't find that much. But जब जैसे अभी सर्दियाँ और गर्मियाँ आ जाएंगी ना, because the road is quite dusty as well, right? So you'd find a lot of dust here, and you might inhale. So probably better to use a mask here, right?
Tell me, today just when I was coming, we planned it in a way which is Sunday, where people had scared me so much about Bhiwandi that I said if we are doing it, we've got to do it on a Sunday only, where we beat the traffic.
Okay.
In such a scenario, if you were to, what would you tell people who told me that, Vishal, Bhiwandi has the worst roads of India? Is it true? Would you say that?
I wouldn't say it has bad roads, right, actually. I mean, we have our potholes, of course, like everybody in India actually has. The traffic's actually worse here, right? Because of the trucks and everything, transporter, warehouses.
But would you say it's like the worst of India?
No, I wouldn't say worst of India because, I've seen the worst as well, right? In other cities I've been traveled to, right? It doesn't matter if I talk about I've seen the roads bad in Bangalore as well, right?
So, if not Bhiwandi, which place would you say has the worst roads? In India?
I don't know.
I
cannot define, but yeah, I would say it's a Bangalore actually. Because I have stuck in traffic, because even if I have to go to Thane from here, right, it's like 18 kilometers, it would take me probably like 1 hour 30 minutes, right, max, in the worst traffic. Bangalore, it could take more than 2.
Just when I basically posted that I'm coming to Bhiwandi, somebody shared a picture of the movie Sholay. Okay.
I know.
And then there is Amitabh on the lying all wounded, and Dharmendra is on Dharmendra's arm. And Dharmendra asks him, "Kaise hua?" He says, "Bhiwandi gaya tha." So it's not as bad. Yeah.
No, it is not that much bad.
Okay. And this will be your parents' bedroom?
Parents' bedroom, yes.
Okay. This is a good sized bedroom also, no?
Yeah.
And this has a bathroom?
Yeah, it is a master bedroom, so it has a attached washroom here, but we don't use it. We have window side, English bathroom, western side.
Okay. So this is a 3-bedroom with 2 bathrooms?
Yep.
Okay. And again, lots of storage over here also. So tell me, as an address, Bhiwandi has some baggage issues, right? Though I think with the way I gather after talking to you, I'm getting the impression that maybe it's not justified to some extent at least. Does that hurt in cases of things like marriage? कि मैं भिवंडी में रहता हूँ तो ये भिवंडी का रिश्ता कोई एक्सेप्ट नहीं करता, वैसा होता है?
Right. Because it's all over the news and media, right? Of course, the way the Bhiwandi is shown, of course, it is going to impact there as well, right? I won't see any personal cases यहाँ पे मेरे को ऐसा नहीं लगा है because I used to live in Goregaon, so मैंने Goregaon का एड्रेस डाल के रखा था, right? Okay, and but yes, exactly, right? Yeah, and my friends, they suffer a lot right here because of that. Those who are unmarried, so either they have moved to Pune after that, or they moved to Thane, after this marriage, because it might be easier for me as a bachelor to live here, right? But for the person, of course, my partner would have a difficulties, right? So they would think from that perspective, and of course, it's a legit from them as well, right?
So your friends what sort of experiences are there, like when you say it really is a big issue?
I mean, it's very clear. They बोलते हैं हमको भिवंडी में लड़की नहीं देनी है.
But are there issues of safety here?
I don't think that much, but देखो वो जैसा ही है, दिल्ली जैसा तो नहीं है, honestly.
Yes,
इतना बुरा नहीं है.
So Sunny, one thing unique about Bhiwandi is that while every location which is closer to Mumbai, their home prices are higher than the locations that are further from Mumbai. So यहाँ पे पहले there is Mumbai, then there is Thane, then there is Bhiwandi, and then there is Kalyan. So Bhiwandi is closer to Mumbai than Kalyan.
Right.
But home prices of Kalyan are more than Bhiwandi. Why is that?
So honestly, Vishal, because Kalyan इतना बदनाम नहीं है जितना भिवंडी है, right? And भिवंडी का perception लोगों के mind में वही पहले खराब ही आता है, right? So because of that, even if you see the builders will be selling, they won't call out there is a property in Bhiwandi, right? They'll be saying like Greater Thane or Upper Thane, right? Which is not actually a Thane, I would say, right? It's a Bhiwandi only, right? But of course, in the outskirts, it's a good area. I wouldn't say that it's a bad, because in the outskirts you would find a lot of peace, a lot of nature, and there is a good township as well. It's good, but yeah, because of the perception, I think that's why the property price, because the moment you add a Bhiwandi in the word, right, so property price, they would be expecting it should be much cheaper, because वहाँ पे तो जो भी है नाम खराब है.
But नाम खराब, is it only perception or there are some reality fundamental factors that make Bhiwandi inferior to Kalyan?
Uh,
Like connectivity or social life, like whatever.
Connectivity ka issues to hai, right? Because Kalyan has its own local station. We have a local trains going there, right? And Bhiwandi does not have that kind of good thing.
So just so you say that roads, traffic, design is bad in Bhiwandi. What does that typically impact the common person over here like?
So for someone who is actually traveling by bike or something, right, because you don't have connectivity of the trains that much great, so you have to take a road. That's the option you have. And many people, many of my friends actually, they travel on a bike to avoid the traffic as well, but they are suffering from the issues of back pain and spondylitis, so it's quite difficult.
Back pain and spondylitis,
Yeah, it's difficult.
Because you're on the road for so long and sitting and doing the bike.
Yeah, it is, yeah, because the lifestyle, that's why.
So Bhiwandi station, railway station, what is the system like? How many trains? Can you get to Mumbai quickly, not quickly?
So depending on if you want to go to Churchgate, right, you can go to, it's complicated. You have to go to Vasai and then you have to go to Churchgate, right?
How about things in terms of social life? यहाँ पे cafes, bars, coffee, McDonald's, वो सब है यहाँ पे?
Right. McDonald's है यहाँ पे. I am a frequent visitor there, right? Because also it's in the outskirts, and the way we go to, it's from the dhaba routes and everything, from the woods, jungles. So it's a good ride and a good coffee, so I can enjoy there. And within the city, we have a Domino's here, right? I don't think that's the only thing we have a selling point, right? But in terms of social life, cafes and everything, the Adarsh Park area which I told about, right? It's a quite good place. I mean, you can visit there, right? And it has a lot of cafes are getting developed there.
तो अभी के लिए पर यहाँ पे वो vibe जो लोग बोलते हैं वो नहीं है भिवंडी में.
वो आना टाइम है, but आ जाएगा. I'm very optimistic towards the Bhiwandi's future actually.
Last question. Born and brought up in Bhiwandi. क्या है आपका अगला plan? Would you want to shift to Mumbai? या you're happy in Bhiwandi?
So. Of course, I like sea-facing homes, right? Of course, so if I'm capable enough, I probably shift to Mumbai because I'm having even as a tenant, I would be living in a sea-facing apartment only. But until then, I don't think there is a value staying there, paying 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh a month, and struggling again. I used to feel like in the Goregaon as well. I used to feel like I'm having a bad lifestyle than the Bhiwandi, right? So exactly, that's why I used to, and it does not make any sense. You are paying that much amount of rent and living there like a,
So basically, अगर मुंबई में रहना है तो have that much money to be in sea facing. Otherwise, मत रहो.
Right.
Bhiwandi is better.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, Sunny, thank you for coming on the Tenant.
Thank you.
Born and brought up in Bhiwandi, and now renting in Bhiwandi. Good luck for the future.
Thank you.
Yeah. Time for the report card. This is a 3 BHK apartment of over 1200 square feet area in a standalone building without major amenities. Location, this is Bhiwandi, probably one of the most maligned locations in Mumbai metropolitan region. To an extent exaggerated. It's an affordable housing network. Doesn't quite have the glamour or social infra that really makes a neighborhood go up in prominence. Connectivity, that's a very weak point. Railway station connectivity, very weak, very limited number of trains that take you towards Mumbai. There's no metro connectivity at this point of time. Road transport exists, but it faces big challenges in terms of traffic as well as in terms of construction quality of roads. All in all, if you're a person that wants to be in an affordable housing hub, works from home, doesn't need to go to Mumbai very often, this is a sort of location and project that can be considered. Are you looking for the perfect home? Stop looking around, scan the QR code and explore from thousands of rental properties, read resident reviews and make an informed decision with 99acres.com.